Hello, my name is Meshka Kamanian, and I'm the ECPG publication team member. So today we have our interview with Dr. Sola Solarin, and he's the IPS president. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about your career journey, including your time being an early career pharmacist.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a real privilege to share my thoughts with the early career pharmacists. Of course, as I've been introduced, I'm Sola Solarin. I'm the president of the Industrial Pharmacy Section of the IPS. I graduated from pharmacy school in 1986, so almost 40 years ago. And apart from about 2 years, spent in academics and hospital, I've devoted all my career to industrial pharmacy. And my earlier career started in sales and marketing with the then Glaxo Nigeria Limited, and I rose to become the head of generics and OTC products after 10 years with the company. So I broke off from the company. I retired from the company after 10 years, and together with some friends, purchased a manufacturing business, which I ran for 4 years, a pharmaceutical manufacturing business. Since then, I've been running my own business. First, initially, product development and marketing. We developed our own brands and tried to market them using, we manufacture them through outsourced partners. Then ultimately, I set up a regulatory affairs consulting business, which I've been running for the past 12 years. At the company, we service global multinational companies and ease their entry into the African market. So basically, that is a snippet of what my career has been like. I actively joined the FIP in the year 2012. And, at the conference in Hyderabad, I just walked up to the then president and mentioned that, I wanted to be actively engaged. So I joined the EXCO, and it's been one form of volunteering or the other. And that, took me to the leadership of the IPS 4 years ago. So it's been a very, very interesting journey, and I'm very happy to share tips on how to make a success of career both in pharmacy and in FIP with the younger pharmacists.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And can you tell us about the challenges you had overcome as an early career pharmacist? And did you have any role model?
Okay, I lost you for a moment, but I think the question is, what are the challenges I had to overcome as an earlier career pharmacist? Okay,
Yes.
basically is first, the first thing I'll mention is that when I started my career in industrial pharmacy, I wasn't fully aware of the different aspects of industrial pharmacy that I could choose as careers. I thought my options were very limited to just manufacturing, possibly sales and marketing. So on getting into the industry, I was faced with an array of choices. So the second problem, I dare say, was where to go to. Okay, where do I pick as a career option? So yeah, basically I'll say the challenge were that of information, one, and secondly making a choice. But I eventually, took a decision. Maybe after 10 years in the industry, I had to focus on regulatory affairs.
Okay. And did you have any role model?
Yes, there are people around me whose career trajectory has, was an inspiration. There is a very, very prominent industrial pharmacist in Nigeria called Dr. Stella Okoli. I think she runs one of the largest manufacturing businesses in Nigeria today. There's another gentleman that is a promoter of a company called Drugfield in Nigeria. He also, totally focused on industrial pharmacy, and they made a success of it. Yeah, basically, those are the local role models I'll mention, and they directly impacted me because I could really relate to them and feel them and touch them and see their progress over time.
Cool. Thank you very much. And now we are going to speak more about the regulatory efforts and how do you see the role of regulatory efforts evolving in the pharmaceutical industry over the next decade?
Things are constantly evolving. And by that, I mean because of the impact of biotechnology and information technology, there are challenges to how products are regulated. Okay. Hitherto, we're used to dealing with small molecules, small drug molecules. But with biotechnology, you are dealing with larger molecules, proteins that required a different ways of handling. We're dealing with ATMPs, advanced therapeutic medical products, cell-based therapies, and the rest of it. That also required very, very strict supply chain management to handle. So going forward, I see that the role of the pharmacist will be challenged. Now, when I say challenge, is that we have to learn and keep learning as we face the challenge of dealing with new therapies. I dare also say that another challenge that we're going to face in the regulation of therapies are combination products. Combination products is this come, in different facets. Now you can have a therapy that has a mechanical device, a drug product, and a software. So regulating them both for those on the government side and those on the private sector side is a challenge that we must constantly evolve to cope with.
Great. Thank you very much. And can you discuss a recent project or initiative within the FIP Industrial Pharmacy Section that you are particularly proud of? How can early career pharmacists get involved and engage with FIP IPS projects? These are two questions. The first one is about the project that is currently undergoing in FIP IPS section. And the second one is about the engaging early career pharmacists.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Presently, the IPS is running a global survey on the industrial pharmacy aspects of undergraduate curriculums of universities globally. Basically, we are trying to query the assumption that a pharmacy graduate can step out of school into a role. Things are constantly evolving. Our curriculum may not keep abreast of the changes. So we're looking at how do we manage that transition. It's going to be a global survey. We're going to have discussants picked from, from the pharmaceutical industry globally. And we're going to ask them, look, you've been dealing with pharmacists. Do you think as fresh graduates, they can easily step into roles that you have in the in industry? How can I'm very proud of that project because, to be quite honest, the pace of change is dizzying, and we just need to be ready to be able to cope. So this project, I hope, will shed an insight, into how we will resolve this. How can early career pharmacists help? We probably will be inviting some of them to join the panel of discussants. Those who have spent 3, 4, 5 years in industry, who graduated 3, 4, 5 years ago and have been in industry, because with them, where they are able to remember the kind of curriculum they graduated with and the kind of challenges they faced stepping into roles in industry. So easily, the memory is still fresh, and they can give us very, very valuable insights.
Cool. That's very exciting, and we are looking forward to seeing how it goes and the results. And do you have any advice you would like to give the young professionals who are aspiring to do innovation and breakthrough projects in the field of regulatory affairs in pharmaceuticals? Um, there are many students who actually aren't really aware of how can they get involved in regulatory projects and the impact of such projects. Do you have any advice for them?
Well, the first advice I have for them is, one, to make up their minds. Okay. The world there is very diverse, and they might be attracted, by things other than professional fulfillment initially. Okay. But if they make up their mind early, they can step into the industry and start building a career very quickly. Doing that will expose them to knowledge, to mentorship, and training that will help their career subsequently. So basically, I want them to make up their mind. There are massive opportunity in regulatory affairs. Like I said, things are evolving, new ways of, transporting products through the supply chain, new therapies, ATMPs, biologics, combination products. All these are expert areas that I don't think any other professional is prepared to handle than pharmacists. So they are quite exciting times for them ahead.
And another question in this regard, some students or early career pharmacists, they have challenges in regulatory. So some of them, maybe, they have currently ideas to improve the situation, to improve the regulatory processes in their own countries, even in developing health system infrastructures. How can they find mentors? How can FIP help them? Maybe they don't know how to connect to their national regulatory system, or they wanted to see if there are any success stories in other countries. Is there any specific resources for them, how to start, how to do the pilot, and how can they start this projects? How can they improve their regulatory in their own countries?
I think the simple answer to that is they should be very active in FIP. Okay. FIP has massive resources, to help them. Number one are the sections. They should come to IPS. We have a dedicated group of regulatory affairs specialists in IPS. There is also the regulatory affairs interest group in regulatory sciences interest group in BPS, and I think there's also a group focused on regulatory affairs. So these are massive resources, whether they are working in government or in the private sector. There are a lot of people who can mentor them. There are a lot of people who have faced the kind of challenge they are experiencing, and who will tell them how they navigated it. So basically, be active in FIP show interest in what your section is doing, and if possible, join the exco of your section, and it will give you access to these resources.
Great, thank you very much. And is there any regulatory project that you supervised or conducted in your own country that you want to share with us today?
I run a regulatory affairs consulting business, yeah, and basically we have companies who want to enter the industry, approach us, and we ready them more or less for the application, with the application to the industry. So basically, that's where that's the kind of thing we do. What is quite challenging in our geographical space now, I'm talking about Africa, is Africa has 54 different countries, and presently you probably will need 54 applications. The company will need 54 applications to enter each of the markets. So the project that is ongoing is how to harmonize and make sure that, if possible, a company will only submit one application, and there will be a platform for accessing this application by the 54 countries, so that access to medicines can be quicker and easier for Africans.
I think that will help faster access to innovative therapies, and it's a very huge project. Yes.
Indeed,
great.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear it. And the last question is, I actually was browsing LinkedIn, and I saw this motto. I noticed on your LinkedIn banner. There was this beautiful cover, and it said, "See the world as it is, not as you wish it to be." So is that the way you live, and why that affect your life, that you wanted to share it with everyone?
Yes. As a younger person, okay, you have ideals and you keep querying everything. Why can't the world be like this? Why shouldn't it be like this? Okay. Why can't things be simple and easy and straightforward? Why are there wars? Why can't politicians get the hang of themselves and solve the world problem? Why is there hunger? Why is it that some people lack access to medicines and some have it and the rest of it? The more time you spend on quipping about that, you are wasting valuable time that you can spend on finding solutions. Okay. So basically, that's the world as it is. Okay. Deal with it. The best you can do for the world is to seek for ways that with your own resources you can make things better. Okay. But the place to start from is to see the world as it is. Don't look for ideals. The ideals doesn't exist. Okay. See the world as it is, and from there, launch initiatives that will make it better.
Great, thank you. That was really, really well noted. Thank you very much. And is there any last piece of advice for early career pharmaceutical group pharmacists around the world, and any other thing that you wanted to mention?
Yes, like I said, the world is evolving very rapidly, and because of that, there are gaps all over, mainly in the healthcare space. But because of the broad-based education that we have as pharmacists, we're best placed to fill these vacuums, okay? A pharmacist is that person that can discuss with biomedical engineers because of his technology background, because of his background in pharmaceutical technology. We can discuss with doctors because we know principles of diseases. We can discuss with microbiologists because our microbiology is as good as any. We can discuss with botanists, with zoologists, because we have exposure in these areas. More importantly, we can discuss with chemists as well. Okay, and the nature of therapies that we're beginning to experience is speaking from all these different expert fields. Okay, and all of a sudden, some things are left unattended to because there's nobody to coordinate all the issues surrounding this product. Here, I'm talking about advanced therapeutic medical products, biologics, combination products, even in the area of supply chain. We're beginning to see drone deliveries. We're beginning to see supply chain requiring very extreme temperatures, minus 80 degrees centigrade, okay? So the pharmacist is best placed to coordinate all of this and make sense of the innovation that is coming from different professional spheres. The future is very exciting. I want the early career pharmacists to know that however the future evolves, the pharmacists will be relevant and they have a place in the future of healthcare. So to take a decision early and remain focused and stick to it.
Great, thank you very much. And it was very great to have you as a guest today. And we tried to make a short interview still and keep it engaging and exciting. And I hope that we cover everything about you, about regulatory affairs. And yeah, thank you very much for accepting the invitation again. Hope to see you and everyone in Cape Town. And thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity, Meshkas. My best regards to the ECPG, the entire membership of the ECPG. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.